Hi everybody, it's Tiffany. I'm going to share a flip through of some of my Bible journaling pages from the last 2 years. Today's will be in the Old Testament. One of my goals for this year is to start sharing more Bible journaling info and inspiration and some tutorials with everyone. And so I thought I'd start with a flip through and see if anybody had any special requests or any certain pages they'd like to see how they were done or have any more information on it. So if you do, make sure you comment below. And I hope you enjoy everything in here. So this is my first video, so I'm still working out some technicalities of it, but hopefully it'll give you guys some good information and inspiration. This is my intro page. It's just washi tape. I love washi tape because anybody can use washi tape. All right. Some gelatos. And this is more gelatos with the names of God going into the Old Testament. Colored pencil. You notice this happens if you have stickers on one side and colored pencil on the other. But that's okay. We're not here to be perfect, right? It's all about the worship and the quality time spent with God, and just a way to record those sweet times and to remember them when you want to go back. This is more washi tape again. And I know a lot of people ask about page prep. Is one of the big questions people always ask. And I will say I don't page prep any of my pages. I maybe have 2 or 3 in my whole Bible that are prepped. Usually if I'm going to do some heavy stamping, or I will use gesso to apply a napkin. But for the most part, I don't use gesso to prep my pages. And you notice some of my pages are more words and writing in the margins, and then some of them have full pictures. And I love that about journaling. It can be anything that you want it to be, anything that speaks to you, and it may be different each time. This is an interleaved Bible, so you notice it has a blank page between every page of text, which I love because it gives me nice big full pages to use. But I know some people prefer to do their art in the margins, and that works just as well. If you hear the birds in the background, I'm out on my porch, y'all. I'm thankful to live in Florida, where I can do this time of year, but I was trying to work out the lighting and such, and this seemed like the best place to go. And you can also head over to my Instagram at TiffsterJ. I'll put a link below if you want to see some close-ups of just single pages, or feel free to comment there and I'll be happy to get you some answers. This is the iridescent gelato. More washi tape. Let me know if you guys prefer to hear music in the background or if you'd rather hear a voice talking over it. This is part of a napkin applied with gesso with some acrylic paint in the background. Colored pencils. This is one of my earliest ones. When I started, I pretty much just used colored pencil and then worked my way out into different mediums as I got more comfortable. This is a metallic gelato with some stickers. One of the things I love about Bible journaling is that anybody can do it. If you can write letters or put a sticker down, you can journal in your Bible. Or out of your Bible. You can do it in a journal or a sketchbook or just on a random piece of paper. This is acrylic paint smushed on with a paper towel. That's always a fun way to get a nice background. Let's see, I write notes in the margins too. These are notes of ones I'm not done with yet. Post-its are one of my favorite things to use because a lot of times I don't have time to journal everything I want to, and so I'll put a post-it and I know to come back to it. So when I get some extra time, I go straight to those post-its and revisit that message and sit down and spend more time journaling my pages. And one of the challenges I did last year was the 66 and 52 challenge. If you haven't done that yet, I would totally encourage you to do it this year. The idea is to journal something in each book of the Bible by the end of the year. And there's a blog for that that has a little checklist. But it's been such a blessing to me. It's gotten me into some of these books and verses that I would not normally have dug into. I will say, you'll see over here, when I started doing watercolors, I used the Artist Loft watercolors from Michaels. They do get chalky, so you can get some of this rub off. It doesn't bother me a lot, but once I decided I liked watercolors, I did invest in a little bit better watercolor, and I got the Kuretake Gonzai Tambis from Amazon, which are awesome. Again, no bleed through, but you don't get that chalky residue, and the color is beautiful. And you can get a good deal on them at Amazon, usually between like $25 to $35 for a nice big set. So if you're going to enjoy watercolors, I would highly recommend getting a nice set that doesn't get that chalky residue on it. I love my otters, y'all. I love this. Before I did this, I had read about otters, how they hold hands when they're sleeping to keep from drifting away from each other. And I just thought that was so beautiful for that verse. And this is a napkin. It's actually 2 or 3 napkins put together with a little bit of gesso and then just some blue acrylic smushed down in the background. And that's another fun way to get some imagery in without a whole lot of effort. Another napkin. That one's from the dollar store. There's some fun free printables, or they were free at the time, on clear sticker paper. And this one was traced from a printable from Blessed Forward Ministry. She has some great traceables and printables. Another napkin in the middle. I rated my daughter's sticker stash for that one. Hymns are always fun to include. Sorry for the wiggles, y'all. If you have a hymnal that you can even just make copies out of, that's just such a fun way to add that into your Bible. This is a sweet entry I did for my daughter on her 10th birthday. This is my daughter and our dog. And just a little prayer for her. And something that'll be memorable. One day this will probably end up in her hands. So I wanted that to be special for her. It's acrylic paint. A lot of these acrylic paints are applied just with a card swiped on. That's colored pencil. Can't go wrong with letter stickers. I'm not a fancy hand letterer. I do try to make things look neat, but I've started giving myself a lot of grace on that account and just doing my best and moving on with it or using letter stickers. You can see as many entries as we have in the Old Testament. That's why I'm going to do a separate one for the New Testament, so this video doesn't get too long. But if you'd like to see a new one for the New Testament, let me know. Comment below. And I will be happy to film one and post it, and hopefully we'll improve with each video on all the technical fun stuff. And these are the iridescent gelatos. That's one of the easiest ways I found to do a galaxy. If you're really into galaxies, those are awesome. They already come with the perfect colors. Smudge them around with a baby wipe and you're good to go. You can tell I've tried galaxies with all sorts of medium throughout here. It's just a fun It's another napkin. That one came from Publix. This is from one of the Illustrated Faith sets a while back. I think it was Created to Create. This was one of my first ones that I used acrylic paint on a gel press plate. So I'm going to be doing more of that in the future. If you guys want to see more information on that, I may post some tutorials there. It's a fun way to get a really pretty background. And see, I still have Post-its, what to come back to This Bible is getting a little full, so we're getting ready to move into my new one. I got one just like it, but I want the binding to hold up, so I'm a little leery of doing too many more pages in this one. I think it's got a few more left in it though. Again, stick figures and washi tape. This is one of my go-tos for people that think they can't do Bible journaling because they're not artistic enough. Anybody can do this, y'all. It's just a way to interact with God and His Word. Spend more time with Him. And something about the action that you take and putting imagery or words down helps you remember it, helps it sink into your spirit. It's just awesome. It's made such a huge difference for me. That's one of the reasons I want to share it. And just hopefully encourage you guys. Whether you're just starting, whether you haven't started, whether you've been doing it for a while, and maybe you're just looking for some new ideas. And we got more washi. Just printed these words out on the computer on white copy paper and glued them on. Like I said, it does not get much easier than that. I think I skipped one. Another napkin. This is one of my favorites. This is a traceable from Sandy Allnock's site, BibleJournalingMadeSimple.com. She has some awesome free printables and some great instruction. She has a YouTube channel as well, Bible Journaling with Sandy Allnock. Definitely go check her out. She's amazing. Very inspirational. All right, and we got to the New Testament, so we're going to stop there. If you guys would like to see the flip through of the New Testament, or if you have any questions or would like to see tutorials specifically on one certain page or method, please comment below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and God bless you and have a wonderful day.